DC Comics is now since a while trying to start their own cinematic universe, and my honest opinion is that it's not going smooth actually at the moment. Batman v Superman was maybe for some of us a great movie, and I'm not hating it like the critics. I mean, I love Superman, I love Batman, and I like DC Comics. But even as a big fan, you must admit there were some flaws in it. And I think in a way, DC seems a bit desperate, trying to copy some moves from Marvel. They tried with Dawn of Justice to make one movie where they introduced almost the entire DC universe, putting story elements that could work perfectly for a Man of Steel sequel only, like all the consequences that Superman must fear admit in his trial. It could have been mentioned in Dawn of Justice that Superman will be on trial for his consequences. What I mean is that all this could have waited for later. Then we have a half a Batman movie and a 15-minute fight between two heroes that ended in Save Martha! As we know, Marvel took their time for this. They had a plan, as per Kevin Feige, whatever, since 2008 to unite the Avengers, but they took it slowly, letting us time to learn about these characters and start loving them. Then Marvel did something maybe unexpected. They introduced us to not so familiar heroes. If you're a comic book fan, and of Marvel of course, you should have heard of the Guardians of the Galaxy. But if not, if you're a person who fell in love just with the Marvel Cinematic Universe and their movies, it was something completely new and unexpected. And the comic book fans scratched their heads. The Guardians are getting their own movies? How will that work? But boy, did it work out. Guardians of the Galaxy is not just a great Marvel movie, it's also an awesome sci-fi comedy movie. It's pure pop and fun. Nobody expected that this group of outlaws will be successful. And I think DC wanted a piece of that cake, saying, "We also can do that!" And this is how we got Suicide Squad. A group of outlaws hating each other at the beginning, learning how to work together, and after all deciding to save the world. I don't mean that Suicide Squad is a direct copy, but it has the same structure as Guardians of the Galaxies. They are the good guys who are not able to fight the menacing threat that wants to destroy the world or galaxy or whatsoever, so they put together a team to do the dirty work. We have a big bad future villain and a disposal villain, only to be used one time. We have a character that sacrifices himself for his new family, and that moment where the bad guys decide that they will do good for once. We have the character motivations, like Star-Lord letting the team know that they will die if they don't stop Ronin, and then Amanda Waller will detonate the squad's head if they don't obey. I mean, it's basically the same, right? We have a great female character like Gamora or Harley Quinn, and also there are moments in Suicide Squad who are too obvious copy of Guardians, like using a mixtape of music in the first 20 minutes of the movie. I mean, I facepalmed when they used these classic rock songs, one after the other, for characters' introduction in the beginning of the movie. Like Ronan in Guardians, Enchantress is a one-time villain that was used to bring the outlaws together, threat the world, bring all together as a happy family, and then killed off. The future threat villain in Guardians is Thanos and would be for the DC Universe and Suicide Squad movie be the Joker, I guess, but we all know that this won't happen since a lot of people say that the worst part of the movie is actually the Joker. I'm very open for new and modern versions of characters. I was even able to like, in a way, a little bit something, I guess, Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. But the Joker did not work for me at all. I know the Joker can always be different, be more like a clown, more menacing, or more like a psychopath. But this version was just a gangster pimp with a lot of money. I do not consider him this big threat that could mess around with Batman. Batman would just slap him in the face, knock his teeth out, what he actually did, and bring him back to his cell. Yes, he's a clown, but because you laugh at him how stupid he is. But hey, this is not a Joker video and I already got lost in topic here. And Suicide Squad even has a mid-credit scene. What is way too obvious. I mean, do not copy the after-credit scene. Marvel basically started this. I don't know, find another way to do it. Create at least something that is yours. And this is why, for me, these movies are basically the same recipe. It's like a stew. You love your grandmother's stew, right? But your other grandmother does it maybe different. But after all, it's a stew, right? I mean, you know what I mean? So yeah, I will stop talking about stews and food here. Thank you for watching, and if you want, you can share your opinion with me.
Ding 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 ding.